Hi everyone, this is Angie Britt with Happily Ever Crafter. This is the third video in the series, Merry Monday. I hope you've enjoyed the last two videos. I have gotten quite a few new subscribers, I should say, this past week, which is really exciting. So I hope you're enjoying what I've put out so far. Thank you so much if you have subscribed. If you haven't, you might want to so you don't miss the next Merry Monday video. With that being said, let's get to today's card. Again, you know, the last two cards have been fairly simple. This one is really simple. I'm loving this main focal image here, the focal point. Really super easy. Let's get to it. 5.5 inch long, 8.5 inch wide, scored right down the middle at 4 1/4. Fold it real good. We're going to set this aside. We are going to stamp on a piece of crumb cake cardstock that measures 2.5 by 3.5. We're going to stamp our tree image on here with black StazOn. Again, if you remember last week I showed you stamping on the mat. I do find that it has helped me with this large tree stamp to get a nice crisp image. There we go. So I'll put that off to the side. Okay. The next thing I went ahead and did is colored in the trees. I'm just going to use a crumb cake marker. And again, it doesn't have to be super fancy here. Just keep it right, just go right down. Fill it in. And that'll do it. I'm going to stamp the snowman and the little cardinal bird on a little piece, a scrap piece of Whisper white cardstock. Again, using the jet black StazOn ink, my favorite black ink. Looks pretty cute. And that's the one I wanted. I wanted my little bird to be in the tree, and it almost looks like they're having a little conversation. So next what I would do is go ahead and use my Real Red and Pumpkin Pie markers to color in the scarf and the little hat and then the cardinal bird. I use the Pumpkin Pie for the nose on the snowman and a little tiny bit of the beak for the cardinal bird. I went ahead and did that already and cut those out because they're so tiny. I didn't think you'd want to sit there and watch me do that. So I'm going to set these over to the side. While that dried a second, and the StazOn dries very quick, but I didn't want it to, just in case, I didn't want to smear it. So what I'm going to do to create that bottom, the snowy hill, was to use the white Whisper White Craft ink. And instead of it being a dye ink, it's a pigment ink. So this one will stay wet a lot longer than our other inks. So I'm just going to use a sponge dauber, ink that up with the white, and I'm going to rub that, trying to be careful not to go over the tree trunk too much, although if you do and you go over that a little bit, it's going to be fine. Super simple, and create the look of that snowfall. Again, this will stay wet a little longer. You could use your heat tool to help you speed that up, but as long as you're kind of careful. And the nice thing is too, like I said, I went over that a little bit. Pull that off just a little bit. All right, the next thing we are going to do is attach my little snowman in here. And I'm just using Mono, the Tombow Mono liquid glue. It's great for attaching these little pieces and accessories, keeping those in place. It's really nice, and you have a little bit more time to, you could have a little bit of time to work around and move it right where you want it. There we go. We'll close this up. Finally, let's see here. We need a white gel pen. And you're just going to add your snowflakes. I just put a couple into the trees. And go ahead and do it over, add those snowflakes right on over this bottom snowy hill, because they will show up once that dries, and it'll dry just a little lighter like that. I think I've looked pretty good here. We'll let that be. Okay. So we are going to attach. Move that. Flip it over. I tried already. I didn't get a great image that first time. I did not use the matte. Little snail. Line that up. Alright, we'll set that off to the side for just a second. Alright, so the next step is to add, we're going to add that greeting at the bottom of the white strip here. I used that first sentiment, thinking of you at Christmas. So again, I'm going to use the black StazOn. And we're going to ink that up. And stamp that at the bottom. Attach that right in the middle here. And put that right at the bottom. There we go. And I did use some dimensionals. Because this is a little bit larger image, I will go ahead and stick one right in the middle. Flip that over. We're going to line this right up onto the top. There we go. Now, like I showed you in card number 1, and I won't do this for every single one, you kind of get the idea. I like to decorate the inside as well. I didn't go crazy with this one. I just used these kind of the second half to that greeting and sending every good wish for the coming new year. I added a couple extra snowflakes. So thank you again for joining me. If you liked the video and you'd like to see more, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe below, and come back again next Monday for another Merry Monday card. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day.